Herbert now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On first down, it's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. That's taken in by Palmer. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Herbert. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards. Got it for... Timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Edwards, touchdown, Chargers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Tua, a final shot before half. And incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. That's what it looks like. We'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the out route, he finds Johnston. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Good snag there, and it's not hard to see what the Chargers saw. Johnston, he's a big guy, can hit you underneath one play and then stretch the field the next. Even as a rookie, he can become a huge name in an already loaded offense.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Tua now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
All right, come on. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line. Time on 3, kick.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He finds his target, Beckham. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he returns this to the 22. Quentin Johnston and the offense back to work.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just... from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Two and a throw again. Be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time was... Look at the big man rumble! Touchdown, Allen! Will Disley, 55 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but it was... And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit. Now they get set to take over. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Davis now to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Achane was one of the big backfield home run hitters in the 2023 draft. One of the fastest players in the class. Miami excitedly drawing up plays like that for him from the moment they sent that pick in.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua going to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Try! He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. A give for Edwards running right. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes now. Here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and allowed to throw it anyway.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
False start, offense.
A 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you could pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Right side, he has Johnston. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On the counter, it's Edwards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Herbert.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing Tua. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And this is caught. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers
Down by 7. A little over 30 seconds remaining. Now they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Herbert.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Herbert to throw.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Throwing, Herbert.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Go.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime.
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Tua. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, but instead a give up the middle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Miami set to take over. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. On play action, here's Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to pass, Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 64 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's into the hands of Fortson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Now a throw here, hauled in. 7 catches for him now, and his last one, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Tua. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Now, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. Up the middle, it's Edwards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it's still